good Saturday night, fiends? And yeah, you'll probably be seeing this on Sunday, but it's Saturday now. And I'm about to do a Deadshot review in a way that you probably won't normally see. This is a digital release. Technically it is pressed, but it's like 100 press, and the band is no more the night they put it out. And I'm talking about JxV's Ritual. It's like an 8-song... Really, 8 songs is not necessarily an EP, that's like a full length. Especially, I mean, but this one runs at 22 minutes. And so it's an EP. And they put it out the night they disbanded. So yeah, let's dig into this EP. I would prefer to have the physical release. I mean, come on, I love talking about that. I like having the actual, disc or record or whatever right here. But in this case, Rick, the drummer, Rick or Treat, he didn't get me one, and that's cool. But he got me the digital, and I can talk about it. So we got 8 tracks. And it's horror themed. I would call this metalcore and new school hardcore with some death metal and even some doom influence. Definitely not traditional horror rock, but that's fine. I have to lay this out right now though. The vocal stylings on this EP are not even remotely in my wheelhouse. I listen to that much. See that it's like not very much death metal at all. I listen to a little bit of black metal, as we've seen in some pickup videos. I'm just not a big metalhead. I like a lot of different styles, and the vocals has to grab me. In this case, JxV had 2 vocalists. They had a guy that had a lower register of growls, and then a guy that did the higher register that sounded like he had a carrot shoved up his ass. Not my cup of tea. The lower register guy got me a little bit more because I can digest some, crunchier death metal stuff, like really like old school doom death. I enjoy. In this particular case, the vocals didn't grip me. So instead of focusing on the vocals, which really are not my thing, I'm going to focus on the music. And fuck, the music is good on this record. Well mixed, well produced, well played. I believe it's 2 guitars, bass, drums, and then the 2 vocalists. Yeah, I'm not gonna go track by track. This, this is to get you gripped in there. Of course, the band is no more, so you can just download it and get into it. The opening track, Ritual, though, man, talk about just setting a nice spooky atmosphere. I mean, it really sets the mood. Oddly, my least favorite song on the whole record is Trick or Treat, which is the lead single, and there's a music video for it. It's my least favorite, mostly due to how the vocals are set up between the 2 vocalists. It's really not my thing. Some of the other tracks on it just really grip me more. Living Dead, for example, the song is pretty damn good, even with the vocals. The lower register vocals really punch on that one. Let's see here. I had to write this one down, otherwise I'd never freaking forget. I think Living Dead also had like clean vocals on it, maybe. One of the tracks, I'm thinking it was Living Dead, might have had clean vocals.
nation, one nation divided by their own ignorant race. Ha! See it every day, from the news to the streets, talk and diffuse it, everyone breathes. I refuse to inhale the views. The act is the only way to stay immune. You can't survive, not even with meds. Now your skull full of lead, of the living dead. Living dead. Living dead. Living dead. Oh, JxV. Pick it up! Fuck the living dead!
Really punch on that one. Let's see here. I had to write this one down, otherwise I'd never freaking forget. I think Living Dead also had like clean vocals on it, maybe. One of the tracks, it was, I'm thinking it was Living Dead, might have had clean vocals on it, and it definitely felt a lot more like 90s hardcore, which I do like. Let me think here. H2O, I mean, that kind of like, you know, bark, I guess you would say. I mean, H2O, it's not quite a scream, it's not a growl, it's just like almost loud yelling. That's kind of what it gives me, what the vibe it gives me is. From the plague we come to and end. Yeah, that's a mouthful, a song title. I was digging the atmosphere on that one. It's got just a really creepy kind of vibe. I was digging that quite a bit. And the end track, Noose, fuck. Like more of that. Just some straight up doom. I don't know if that was supposed to be some kind of weird long metalcore breakdown thing, but the whole that whole track just bled like fucking doom death to me, and I was digging that quite a bit. I don't really want to give this a fucking on a scale kind of review, but if you dig metalcore, if you dig like death metal style vocals, with not really a whole lot of clean going on, give this album a try. It is very good. Instrumentation on it, like the actual songwriting is fucking great. I was really digging that. Like I say, you have to take my thoughts on the album with a grain of salt, because the vocal styles are not my cup of tea. Musically, it is right up my alley. I definitely like the. If I'm gonna listen to something heavier, this would be something I will listen to. The Lurking Corpses do a lot of that too. They mix death metal in with like, you know, early horror punk style stuff. It's a good mix. This does not have this is horror rock, and you could never ever remotely ever say like it has a Misfits influence, other than maybe thematically. I mean, this is purely some other fucking. This has more of a this takes more influence from like 3 Inches of Blood and shit like that. So, if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely check this out. It's pretty good. I mean, like I say, they just banned it already, so this is the 8 songs you got. It's the only 8 songs you're gonna get. So check that shit out. I will put links in the description. Hit the like button if you're new to the channel. Subscribe, and tell me what you think about the record. I will put links to where you can get it, and then tell me what you think. Put it in the description box. I'll see you next time on the Midnight Chamber.